God versus the devil. There is no fight against God and the devil, which I agree. I believe. I don't think that the devil thinks he's going to overthrow God, but I do believe that there is a fight between you and the devil, you and Satan. That is a war for your eternal soul. That is war for your mind. But there is a battle that's going on. See, it's so funny, even Trump mentioned that, talking about this unseen enemy that we're facing. But there is a battle for your soul. There's a battle for your mind, and that you share in this battle, this victory. There's things that you can do right now that affect what goes on in the spirit. Everything that you do has spiritual consequences in the etheric realms, in the heavenly realms. Whatsoever you bind on earth is bound in heaven. Whatsoever you loose on earth is loosed in heaven. The spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets. Meaning, if you're trained in the prophetic and you're seeing visions and dreaming dreams and you're seeing things in the spirit, you can't go to a pastor and talk about it. They have no idea what you're talking about. Well, I have a lot of people who are empathic. They move in the realm of discerning of spirits. If someone who's never felt an energy off of another person, they're not going to know what you're talking about. So there's many of us who have had experiences with the demonic realm and demons, and whether it's making pacts with demons, whether it's entertaining ungodly thoughts that now they won't leave, and then they torment you in the middle of the night. They work through thought forms, impressions, and ideas, what the Bible calls strongholds. But you have to talk to somebody who's going through that stuff. These people aren't going to take you seriously. You've seen things that would freak many people out. They couldn't handle it. They don't believe you. They laugh at you. Any of this stuff we're talking about, if someone hasn't experienced it, a lot of, especially Christendom, they laugh at it when we're talking about the angelic or demons or whatever we're talking about that's spiritual or supernatural, because they've never experienced it. They're carnal. Their Christianity is an intellectual Christianity. It's an agreement that I've agreed to follow Jesus. There is no spiritual walk behind it. Walking in the spirit is they don't know what that means. There's a lot of people like that, and then we're learning from these people, and they laugh at some of this stuff. So I think we really got to address it, because trust me, I'm one to really be into the love and light. I love talking about angels. I love talking about the beauty and the bliss and the ecstasy of God's presence, and how it makes us feel and it heals us. And I love talking about that way more than I like talking about the dark side. But there's a contrast that exists, because you have to be able to judge what is light. You don't know what the marvelous light of Christ looks like unless you've been in the depths of utter darkness. I would say you have a greater contrast. He who has been forgiven much loves much, because you've been forgiven of a lot. The demoniac in the scriptures, people are demon possessed, people are vexed with spirits, people have unclean spirits on them. These aren't just thoughts. These bigger ministries are telling people that these are just thought forms, and you just need to change the way that you're thinking. There's some truth there, right? Because they get in through your thoughts. Your thoughts are portals for what you're entertaining, what you're thinking about manifests itself to you. If you're doing negative stuff, you're going to deal with those entities on that level. There's levels of vibration about every action that you do resonates at a certain level and frequency. If you're lying, stealing, cheating, and you do this in your own private time when nobody even knows you're doing this stuff, it can't, because you've gotten good at it. When you're doing that stuff and then you peer into the other side, guess what spirits are going to be over there to say hello? The lower level entities. There's entities that vibrate. They do things. It's ordained by the one. It's ordained by the all supreme power, the creative force in this world that holds all things together, allows it. There's different spirits now. There's unclean spirits again. There's demons. There's fallen angels. There's Nephilim spirits, which are the children of the fallen angels. Fallen angels are in chains of utter darkness. awaiting judgment. The Bible talks about that in Jude, talks about that in Enoch and things, and Jude actually quotes Enoch. So the fallen angels who fell, and they left their first habitation, they're in chains of darkness. You're not dealing with those fallen angels. You're dealing with their children, and then unclean spirits. You're dealing with rogue spirits as well, or disembodied spirits. At one point in time, they had a body. They knew what it felt like to commit sins, to murder, to pillage, to rape, all of these lower level vibrational things. That's the level that they vibrate at. And so they need a body, they need a host, someone that they could feel what it feels like to participate in these sinful acts again. They need a body. So here we are, humans who are in between these realms.